It's the Daily Dog.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for being back with me for another edition of the Daily Doug. I am thankful that you're here today. We've been on quite a heavy kick lately. All 3 days this week, we've been on war and conflict and trauma, and doing some great songs, but heavy songs, both in their content and their emotional content, the lyrical content, and in the style of music. 3 heavy metal giants, Iron Maiden, Metallica, and Black Sabbath. So it's been a fun week, but it's been a heavy week, and I need a break. But I don't want to stop the music. So I had a couple days ago, a friend of mine email me and congratulate me on the channel, and said, if you're looking to branch out, have you heard of Eva Cassidy? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't remember a whole lot about her. And he said, you've got to listen to her version or her cover of the Sting song, Fields of Gold. And that's the song that we're going to be doing today. I have not heard her cover of this song, and he assured me that it's absolutely spectacular. And I have no doubt that it's going to be spectacular because I remember hearing her version of Autumn Leaves, a great classic sort of jazz standard, and just absolutely silky, wonderful vocals. And I can just imagine how this song is going to come off, Sting and Fields of Gold. I did a little bit of homework on this song. I remember this being off of this album called Fields of Gold, but that was a greatest hits album that Sting put out in the mid-90s. It originally was on his 1993 album called 10 Summoner's Tales, and this is a little bit from Sting about this piece. It's really interesting. It says he had bought a 16th century Wiltshire manor house in England, and he was entranced by the barley fields that surrounded the estate. He says, quote, in England, our house is surrounded by barley fields, and in the summer, it's fascinating to watch the wind moving over the shimmering surface like waves on an ocean of gold. There's something inherently sexy about the sight, something primal, as if the wind were making love to the barley. Lovers have made promises here, I'm sure, their bonds strengthened by the comforting cycle of the seasons. Can't you just picture that? Man, I want to live there. But it got me thinking about these lyrics. I really have read through them several times. It's such a wonderful melody and simple, lovely chord progression that sometimes you get lost in the sound and forget what the real meaning of the song lyrically is about. And to me, it's a song about love. It's a song about commitment. It's chronological. At the beginning, it's depicting maybe a courtship or the beginning of a relationship, and then it's like a promise of things to come. It's almost like a marriage vow in the middle of it, and then by the end, it's a parting of death, like till death do us part, right? Many years on, and the fields of barley are still there, hastening the memory of their life and love. So, in a way, the stuff that we've been dealing with, not only this week with the war and trauma, but just in general over the past several weeks, are human relationships and how we can learn from our own story and other people's story and be lifted up and just part of a community through the music that enthralls us. So I am, if my computer is awake, I am going to enjoy doing this. Is my screen still going? It is. Excellent. So, my screen capture, that is. So we're going to listen to Sting, Fields of Gold, but the cover version by Eva Cassidy. She did this cover in the mid-90s, not soon after it was done, and sadly, she died when she was 33 of cancer, I think melanoma. And she was relatively unknown at the time of her death, but the recordings that have been circulated of her music have posthumously really made a lot of people aware of her music and of her just excellent approach to her musicality and her ability to deliver a lyric. So I don't know why. I've never heard this one before, but it's never too late to enjoy a new recording, at least a new recording to you, right? So let's listen along. I can guarantee you, oh, there's my keys. Move those over here. I can guarantee you that I will be playing along because I can't not. This is one of my favorite songs. And let's have a good time, shall we? Eva Cassidy doing her cover of Sting's classic, Fields of Gold. Here we go.
You remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while among the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down among the fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? And you can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. I never made promises lightly, and there have been some that I've broken, but I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields of gold. I never made promises lightly, and there have been some that I've broken, but I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields of gold. Many years have passed since those summer days among the fields of barley. See the children run as the sun goes down, as you lie in fields of gold. You remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold.
How lovely was that? Oh, wow. Wow. I kind of got lost in that song. I hope that you enjoyed the ride. I really do hope that you enjoyed the ride. Wow. One of my all-time favorite songs. I can't believe I've never heard that before. Oh, she is wonderful. How sad that she passed away so young. But wow, what a gift to the world. What a gift to the world. You'll remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. You'll forget the sun and his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. The love is so strong that even the sun is jealous of the love that is going on in the field, you know? Because it's supposed to be, in his own words, right? It's the wind moving over, and the wind almost like having a relationship with the barley and the sun and everything else. And he's like, this is stronger than nature. This is us. And the question, will you stay with me? Will you be my love? Later on, I never made promises lightly, and there have been some that I've broken, but I'll swear in the days still left, we'll walk in the fields of gold. And then in the last verse, many years have passed since those summer days. See the children run as the sun goes down among the fields of gold. A metaphor for the ending of life, right? The sun going down. Also the west wind being sort of a metaphor for that. You'll remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. The metaphor in the lyric, the power of the lyric, the humanity of the lyric, the quality of the melody, the simplicity of the harmonic structure, and then her cover. How wonderful is that? She was, not that it matters, but the original, I think, is in D/B minor from Sting, and she moved it up a fifth, A/F sharp minor. Wow, what a wonderful song. Thank you all for being on the journey with me today. I hope that provided some solace and some entertainment, but some connection through music, and maybe even opened you up to a new performer, Eva Cassidy, and don't forget about Sting. He's pretty damn good himself. So wonderful stuff. Thank you all for being with me, and we'll see you next time on another edition of the Daily Dove.